Okay, so we're going to be reviewing Gridlock today. I think the Lord and Savior Tachanka, I really enjoyed making that video on Lord and Savior, so I think we're gonna make a video just like that except for Gridlock, and we're just gonna see how it goes. So we're gonna have the exact same categories. We're gonna have the memes category, ha 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 ha, so funny and relatable, ha 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 ha. So we'll have that category, then we'll have her loadout for, like, if you're actually gonna consider buying her, because 20,000 is quite a bit to buy a Flank Watch character. And we'll be, like, kind of comparing and contrasting Nomad to her, not as much though. And then thirdly, we'll have her gadget. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's first look at the memes. Okay, so the memes category doesn't have that much to offer, to be honest. It's a little dull. She basically just throws out spikes. I mean, they're insane spikes, and they're like, no, you think you flank? No. Step on spike right down the top. Beach, man. But actually, the spikes are not the most fun things to me, that unless you feel like throwing them at your teammates, and then they think it's someone else, cause that's always an epic gaming moment. So I would just like, as a casual fan, I would just like to thank Ubi for bringing such a fun and unique character to the Rainbow team. Super fun to play casually. Ha 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 ha, so funny. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now we're looking at her loadout. She has an LMG and an AR. Now, I personally would bring the AR over the LMG as it has a faster fire rate and it's more speed. And trust me when I say this, Gridlock needs as much speed as she can get. With her being at 3 speed, she eats some bullets. I'll give her that much. She eats some bullets, but at the same time, she kind of just doesn't move. Like, and that's not great when you're the one who's supposed to be attacking. So I would definitely run the AR, and I'd run the shotgun, as the shotgun is super handy dandy to make rotates. You gotta make like 7 holes though to get Gridlock's fat ass through the door, which is unfortunate because the shotgun is really effective at making rotates for just about everyone else on your team. You and Fuse, unfortunately, not allowed through. But when it comes to breach charges and smokes, I think there's no real question here but to bring smokes, because there's no point to bring really breach charges unless you need to go through like a castle, and in which case just ask one of your friends, which I know everyone has, to just open that up for you. And if you need to do any softball damage, then you have a shotgun, so there's no real point to bring that. And it's pretty fun, not pretty fun, it's pretty tactical to throw out your smokes, and then throw your tracks through it, so then you know that your team, then you and your team knows that that area is clear, or if they're in the smoke, and then they decide to shoot at it, you can typically see where the bullets are, so it's pretty easy to kill them. So I think that'll be it for her utility. Not for her utility, sorry. For her weaponry. Okay, now getting on to the meat of the meats of Gridlock. So I would say uncommon opinion, but I personally think her gadget is better than Nomad's. Nomads has this really annoying thing where, like, when you're reloading it, it basically gives away your position. Like, if you're in a gunfight and you're trying to pop a sneaky one out just to make sure that you don't get flanked, then we've all been in that situation. And it's just not very epic how big that yellow line is, which I'm not a big fan of. But with Gridlock, you can just quickly, like, pop those out, little underhand throw over there, and then it'll cover that area up, which is always nice. I think what I would typically do is throw one out in like the main lobby or on a staircase, so then I know I'm not gonna get flanked from over there. And then I will throw my 2 smokes, I'm gonna throw my 2 thingies, and then that's a fairly easy way to capture a site. It won't work all the time, because if there's more than like 2 people watching that area, then one can shoot at the thingies, and then the other one can shoot you, and that's not very cool. But her gadget is pretty big, pretty nice. The fact that it does damage as well is pretty huge. In a post plant is where I think she shines the most, as once you have, like, not spikes, sorry, Valorant. Once you have bomb down, you can fairly easily just leave and throw your things out and then put your drone, as when they're coming to defuse and shooting out your gridlock things, you can peek them and give them a little bit of a boo-boo, and we love to see that. Fuck, I was recording on the wrong thing, I think. Okay, now this is an epic gamer moment. It turns out that I wasn't fucking up my audio. Okay, so getting back to the thing, I think having a Nomad and a Gridlock on the same team isn't a terrible idea, as Nomad can put hers out to watch flank, and then you can have all 3 of yours to put in sight, or just put it into like a commonly walked in area, like in Bank, you can put it in like the office area on 2nd floor, which is always nice, because then you can just like cut off rotates, and it's just a very, it's a very convenient and nice sketch to have. I feel, so coming to my summary of Gridlock, I think if you want someone to watch flank, you should 100% pick Nomad, as Nomad has great guns in my opinion, and is able to watch flank more effectively than her. Not more effectively, but yeah, I guess more effectively. She can pop her thingies down, and it's just that. With Gridlock, you can also pop your thingies down, but your thingies can be used for more than just watching flank. I would recommend using 1 to cut off a flank, 1 to, and then the other 2 to be in sight with the smokes. So rating Gridlock, I'm gonna give her a strong 7 out of 10. She's not the most fun character to use. She's pretty fun. Her gadget's not the best at what it does, but it's still pretty good. I don't feel like there is no other real Gridlock on the Rainbow team besides maybe Nomad, but if you're playing Gridlock appropriately, in my opinion, then you're not watching flank with her, besides maybe 1. But there's no one who really gets the defenders off a site quite like Gridlock does. So in my opinion, she's getting a 7 out of 10. The things that kept her back from an 8 were her speed. That's a big minus. Not a big minus, that's the big minus. Having a 3 speed on attack, she's alongside Fuse, and Fuse has the best AR in the game. So I'm not really sure what they were thinking giving her that. But you know, she does eat odd bullets, so that's good. And yeah, I think that'll be the end of my review of Gridlock. And thanks for watching. It's been pretty games. Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. I'm going to bed, and I will see you guys in the next one.